Oh, I know you don't pay attention to football, but I figured this would be an interesting conversation.
I don't, believe it or not.
So you know who the Miami Dolphins are, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Do you know who Tua is?
No.
What the fuck? I'm back. See ya.
So he's their quarterback, um, and he is like a magnet for head injuries. It's like every season he gets at least one concussion for the
Okay, so he's
last.
got CTE.
So that's the running joke is that
Oh,
he's
okay. Nice.
he's he's been playing as long as Josh Allen has, so like 7 years, 6 or 7 years.
Yep, I
Um,
knew that.
yeah, you knew that. Um, but yeah, like every single season he gets a fucking concussion. He takes the weirdest hit. Um, you know who? Do you know who Damar Hamlin is?
Of course.
He's the guy on the Bills team that basically died on the field 2 years ago or last year,
Oh,
playing
yeah,
against
I
the.
don't know. Yes.
Yeah, he had cardiac arrest on the field, and he's back playing. He's starting this year, which is crazy.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah, really.
but the Bills versus Dolphins game, Tua fell into Damar's chest, and that's how Tua got his concussion this year.
Wow.
The running joke was the two most fragile things in the NFL just collided.
Yeah, seems like it.
um,
What happened to the heart patient
oh, he was fine.
who
He
got
was
that?
fine. It
Ah,
was like
so
so.
they rebuilt his heart better than they rebuilt the dude's brain.
Right. So if you go and you watch the video of that tackle, he like falls into the guy. Like it's that he hits him so slight that the fact that he got a concussion is alarming and raises a
Really?
million red flags. Yeah, it's fucked. The reason I brought that up is I saw a video on TikTok today of him doing an interview. Um, One of the things the NFL has been rolling out, they're called Guardian caps. They're essentially like a sleeve for the helmet that has extra padding in it.
Okay.
So people that get concussions tend to. There we go. So people that get concussions in the NFL, they tend to wear them.
People that get concussions.
In the NFL, they tend to wear them because it's extra protection. Um, and this is the meat of the story. This is the punchline.
And I can't hear it. I'm not allowed to hear the punchline. It's the
Apparently
punchline.
not. I want to give it a second because it still says you read.
See, I got green, and on the video, oh, I got 258 kilobytes per second. 440, we're going up. 929, 901, 894, going down. 1.5 megabytes. Ooh, okay. 8,
Okay.
9. All right, let's go.
All right. Yeah. So the Guardian caps are meant to kind of protect people a little bit from head injuries. So, um, he's coming back to and so he did a press conference. I think it was yesterday, but I saw it on TikTok this morning. Um, and one of the reporters specifically asked him, "Are you going to wear the Guardian cap that is meant to protect you from concussions?" And he goes, "No, I'm not wearing that."
I,
Mind you, this man has had like 8 concussions.
yeah, that's not why. Why? Is it like,
Because he's trying to be a fucking tough guy. And like,
yeah, like that's stupid.
yeah. One of the comments, which is the best comment that I read, was he doesn't need a guardian cap, he needs a guardian angel.
Yeah, really. Tell him to watch the Anderson Hernandez doc on Netflix about CTE.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he has.
That's wild.
Yeah, you'd think if you had a contract for millions of dollars playing a game, you'd think you would try and play that game for as long as possible without, I don't know, brain damage? Because what's $1 million if you're fucking brain dead and can't
Do anything.
use it? Yeah.
Yeah.
To pay for your medical bills and your long-term health facility?
Yeah, I guess he's got that going. He won't need help with that.
The other football related story, which is quicker, is the fantasy league that I'm in with Jake. He's 7-0. I'm
Damn.
2-5.
Nice.
Yeah. But I've also scored the most points in our fantasy league, and I'm in last
So
place.
how are you doing so bad? I don't understand
Because
how fantasy
the
works, apparently.
weeks that I play people, for some reason, they fucking pop off and they outscore me by like 2 or 4 points. Every other week they suck ass, but when I play them, they pop off.
I see.
So
You cumulatively have the most, but game to game you lose.
yeah.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
last week, after that happened again, because it was 5 games in a row, or 5 weeks in a row, I said, fuck it, I don't care anymore, and I uninstalled the fantasy app. I won.
Nice.
Yeah. So now I have to care again, but I'm going to lose. So
Yeah, can you even win it all? If you're already...
I have a
doing
22% chance of making it to the playoffs.
That's not bad. That's like 1 in 5.
It's not 0.
It's not 0. It's like 22%.
Yeah.
If I had to put a percentage on it.
There's 12 of us in the league. I'm going to skip that. There's 12 of us in the league. And there's 6 playoff slots. So technically, by law of fractions, I have a 50% chance.
Yeah, but in that 50% chance, you have 22% of being...
One
I
of the
guess it would-
50%.
Wouldn't it be like you have 44% chance of being one of those 6? Because you have a 2 out of 12 chance. So that 22 is...
Unless it factors that in when it calculates the 22. And I really have an 11% chance.
That could be.
That's probably more accurate.
That could absolutely be.
Fuck. But I digress. I almost gave up football after last week, for sure.
You should try it. It's relieving.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's relieving to give it up because I was never really into it, so I never really gave it up. So I don't know.
I
That was
mean,
all- everything
depending
was-
on how this fantasy season goes, I'll probably be done. Because this would be... I won 3 years ago. And I've been dog shit since. So, like,
Damn.
I'm not. I'm just losing $50 every month now, or every year now. So, might be my last fantasy.
Yeah, damn. Only time will tell, I guess.
I'll switch to fantasy hockey. That's what I'll do.
Fantasy hockey, eh?
Apparently, it's a thing.
Is there a sport where there's not any fantasy? Like, is there fantasy baseball?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, we can look at ESPN.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not
fantasy.
that interested in it.
No, you are. You're very interested. Dude, there's fantasy WNBA.
Wow. Remember we used to watch the WNBA in college? We did. My townhouse did.
I didn't watch that.
It used to just be on.
That doesn't surprise me with the people that were in your townhouse.
Yeah. If I was in the living room first, I would put on like The Office and then just do whatever and just have it on in the background, just something stupid like that. If someone else got to the TV first, then it would be like ESPN, or if it was on, it would be the WNBA.
Mm.
They'd get hyped about it for no reason.
The irony is the
Except
WNBA
for
is
7 p.m.
probably
Jeopardy time.
Jeopardy. I remember
The whole
Jeopardy.
townhouse shut down for fucking Jeopardy. I love Jeopardy.
Yep. I came over for Jeopardy sometimes. The irony of that is the WNBA is probably actually enjoyable to watch now because
What's her
they're
name? Caitlin?
Caitlin Clark, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually
That, and
very good at the game.
They got all that drama, don't they?
Yeah, well, they only have drama because I hope there's no women watching. Women are women, and the second somebody else around them is succeeding and drawing in attention, they get jealous. So,
Makes
shooting
sense.
themselves in the foot. It's crazy behavior, actually. They've been arguing and fighting for people to pay any amount of attention to the WNBA, and they're treating that girl who is bringing attention to the WNBA as a whole like shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I digress. I'm a man. I'm not allowed to speak on those things.
A lot of digressing.
A lot of digressing. That's all. Those are the only topics that I had queued up, to be honest.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have anything ready.
Nice. Classic.
Yeah. And anything. Last time we spoke, I walked down my driveway a couple times.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, cool.
What happened with your Sunday Amazon package thing?
It was delivered. I walked down
On
my
Sunday?
driveway yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I walked down my driveway to go get it.
look at that.
Yeah.
I knew it.
I said I got like a speaker set for my computer.
Oh, that's
This
what
is
you were
weird.
fucking with that messed up your audio?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess because the speaker thing has like the speakers plug right into the headphone jack on the computer instead of like the special speaker port on the
On the
computer.
back?
Yeah. And then the control speaker has a headphone port to plug these in if I wanted. And then it also has a mic slot, but this has a mic on. Anywho, I don't know why that messed it up, but it did, but I fixed it. I was gonna say though that these speakers, it's 2 desk speakers and a sub on the floor,
Mm.
and for some reason, I don't know why, the speakers plug into the sub with like a left. When I plug the speakers into the left and right input on the sub, the computer doesn't detect that there's technically three speakers. So it only plays out of 1 speaker and the sub. But the sub only plays bass, so it's really only playing out of 1 speaker. So I tried to fuck around with that and couldn't figure it out. So right now I have both speakers plugged into like the right input on the speaker, on the sub.
Huh.
But that just means that when it's like spatial audio, what's that, like Dolby, right? Digital Dolby? When it
Yeah.
like surround, it doesn't do that, and it's supposed to. And that kind of annoys me. I don't know how to fix it, and that's as far as I got.
That's strange.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, without looking at it, I'm probably no help. But your motherboard and your case, not that the case really matters to be honest. Your motherboard is new enough that it should support those, so that's weird.
Yeah, I would think. But
If you can't figure it out, I have a audio. I'll have to find it, but I essentially have a like secondary chip that plugs into your motherboard that has like all the audio ports on it. So it's just sitting collecting dust in my closet. It's from actually, the red case that you got, it's from the PC that was originally in there. So, because that kid was
what do you
using
mean all
it.
the audio ports? What do you mean? What does that mean?
It's.
You don't have to get it.
I'm just trying to think if it's like easy for me to grab. Actually, it's no, it's not right there. I lied. Big liar. So it's essentially like a add-on to the motherboard that has, it's like dedicated to audio stuff. So it's got ports for speakers, subwoofers, like there's like 8 or 10 ports on it.
I
So
see. I see.
so it's like specifically meant for what you're trying to do.
Yeah, except this speaker set doesn't have that.
It doesn't, is it USB or is it the jack?
It's just one headphone jack, and the main controls, like the desk speaker, plugs into the sub with like a VGA, but it says like a heavy duty USB, but it's a VGA port. And that transfers everything to the sub, and the sub plugs into power, and the two speakers plug into the sub.
What in the literal fuck?
So it's a really weird system that doesn't make sense to me.
So there's
The
the
desk
part that
speaker,
goes to the computer. What plug is that?
the headphone jack.
That's it.
That's it. And that speaker goes to the sub with a VGA cable, which I guess transfers all the audio. And then the sub plugs in to power 110, like the wall. And that powers the two speakers and the sub. And then the sub distributes the sound from the audio jack back to the speakers through the speaker wire.
Interesting.
Yeah. To me, it would make sense. You plug the sub into power, into the computer, and then speaker wire to the sub. But they have like 2 extra things in there.
Well, I will say I have not had speaker or like desk speakers.
Yeah.
Maybe a decade and a half.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I just like sound. Like I have a good sound system in my living room. I have it all set up
Yeah.
and all that. Like I don't know. But
I
I'm
just
also not like crazy
play it through
about
my monitor.
Yeah, I was doing that, but
I got these kind of for that reason, like the over the head headphones bothered the shit out of me. Like those after 8 years of wearing them, just squeezing my ears, and I have earrings too, so like those are always being pressed against my neck. So I
Yeah.
switched to these a couple weeks ago. Night and day audio difference. I hear fucking everything.
Yeah, I wear these for an hour once a week.
Yeah.
It.
Fair enough.
That and I don't even have like other headphones. That like my phone. I don't have headphones for my phone. Like I only listen to music in a vehicle, pretty much.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, that's just me. I don't know.
True. True. I probably only use my headphones when I'm like walking outside. To be honest.
Fair.
Well, and right now, but
Yeah.
if I'm in a call with somebody. But 9 times out of 10, shit's just playing out of a crappy monitor speakers. You play it loud enough and it sounds the same, you know?
Doesn't sound bad, huh? These things, I plug these speakers in and put the volume to like a quarter just to see where it was. Fucking loud.
Oh boy.
Dude, the thing is turned up like barely below minimum. And it's like, I'm like, oh, okay.
Blast music through your whole house.
I honestly probably could, yeah.
Oh man. So I'll give some context to whoever's listening. You know this, but you know, I've been coming up to your place for 10 years at this point. I think a little bit more. And usually, I don't remember if it was a record player or a radio or something, but there was always like something playing sound for the
Yeah.
longest time. I'm pretty sure it was just a radio. Whatever station you had it on, it would play like the same 20 or 25 songs. And there was always one that would play in the middle of the night. It was Riders on the Storm.
Yeah, that was when I had the radio.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
Good
but it
old
would.
99 the whale.
There you go. See, um,
It's like the only station you get around here.
that's not surprising, and it's not
Classic.
surprising that that's the kind of songs that would play from it.
Classic rock. Yeah, there is a country station like 92 something. It's a Connecticut station, but
Makes sense.
it's like snotty. That's a good song. No Riders of the Storm.
Yeah, but I remember it would always play around a certain time. Like I'd wake up in the middle of the night and it would be playing, and it would be
Yeah.
like
I believe that.
the raining part, right?
The
So
thunder.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So whenever I hear that song, that's what I think of every single
That's great.
fucking time I hear that song.
When I was in like third and fourth grade, I used to like when I would wake up for school, I had this alarm clock, and it was like a CD radio alarm clock. So I had huge Eminem fan, which I've said before. Um,
Really?
my alarm was cleaning out my closet. So every time I hear that opening, where's my snare? I have no snare in my headphone. Oh, there you go. And the little do 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 do, like the beat, it just takes me back to like just waking up in my bed. Like fuck, I have to get like 6:30. I have to get up for school.
Oh man, it's funny what
It-
fucking songs do.
I was just gonna say like how songs can make you, I don't know, like memories, how they're linked.
Yeah. Yep. And I've been using Spotify for years now, probably since college. And I've got like 3,000 songs in there because I've never gone through and taken things out. So there's songs I haven't listened to in years. And then there's other songs that like will come up and I'm like, oh, I know I used to listen to this, but it's shit. I'm not listening to this anymore. And instead of
I'll like think of a line from a song and be like, oh, I gotta listen to that song. Go back and
Yeah.
listen to it. I'm like, this was trash.
yeah, but instead of removing it from the library, I just skip.
Yeah, yeah.
Then it'll come up next week and I'll do the same shit. Oh,
Yeah, I'm an Apple Music guy.
gross.
And I don't do like the radio or like shared playlists. If I like the song, I download it,
Mhm.
listen to it, and then I either have my whole library on shuffle or Eminem on shuffle.
Makes sense.
For like the last 2 years, it's been all Eminem on shuffle.
When Spotify raised their prices like 2 years ago, I tried Apple Music, and I tried YouTube Music, and my biggest complaint about both of those was like song variety. Like the nice thing about Spotify is I can get super fucking niche and find like brand new artists and things like that.
Yeah.
You can't do that with YouTube Music, and you can't really do it with Apple Music. But what Apple Music has that I like is its like its shuffle isn't bullshit like Spotify's is. Spotify's is like a fake shuffle. And YouTube's song selection is just atrocious, but they have a really good kind of like playlist system, like being able to find good playlists of like
Right.
hundreds of classic rock songs is very easy.
Yeah.
So they all have good things. I'm back on Spotify now. I still think Spotify's at least
Have
my
you-
favorite, but
Prime Music.
no,
Amazon.
I pay for Prime, but
Me too. But yeah, I never went there for music.
I'll have to look. It's one of those things like, even Prime Video, like,
It's
I
not that great.
I use it for specific movies and
Yeah.
shows
Yeah.
that I know are there that I binge.
Yeah, it's
Over
not
and
my
over again.
go-to to look for something to watch.
Yeah, yeah. Which is
Something,
weird because bang for
it's
your
when I'm looking
buck,
for something specific.
we should be using it.
I know. Yeah, I have Amazon Prime for Prime,
Yeah.
Ellen. I could get my music there, not pay for Apple Music, not pay for Netflix.
I wonder how many people are like that and how much of a missed opportunity. Actually, they probably don't want you using it.
Right.
Keeps their
Yeah.
server costs down.
Yeah. And if less people use it, then there's less demand to like make it better, like
Right.
get new titles and this and that. And
Smart.
yeah,
Those Amazon guys.
dude, I'm doing something.
Jerry, hi.
He wants to go out.
Oh. All right, Jerry.
What the fuck? I'm back. See ya.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.